Hi, my name is Danijela. I'm a physician, and since more than 20 years, I've been working in the fields of anesthesiology and intensive care medicine. Throughout my work as anesthesiologist, I have seen that the healing of the human body starts from within. Why I started to being part of these big discoveries, it is because I have noticed in my work that not the medications, not the procedures in operating theater actually lead the human healing. They're just part of it. It is something else, and this is the human consciousness and human heart. Since then, it was about 15 years ago approximately, I started deeply going into that knowledge. I have also noticed something else, that it doesn't matter whether you are young or old. The outcome of the healing and the speed of healing comes truly from within. And it all started for me observing the patients after heart operations. And I want you to know that your own state of heart and mind has more to do with your own healing than any other procedure, alone or together. Not only that, but as you make your heart and brain coherent, in a very coherent state, you are influencing your family, you are influencing your colleagues, you are influencing your environment, your cities, your country, and the world. Because the Earth's electromagnetic field is created in a way that we communicate with it. You are very, very influential. If I could simplify the idea of it, and kind of the knowledge that we have today, our universe is sending us back exactly how we vibrate. So this is why all of these techniques to enhance the coherence of your heart and your brain are helping you personally for enhance your health. We know it so far that only people who have coherent heart and mind, they actually have as well as coherent work of all the hormonal and all the body and all the physiology system. But as well, don't forget, by your vibration, you are influencing the whole field of the planet Earth. Also, I am co-founder of the Brain Research Unit, together with Mr. Thomas Feiner and Norman Shack, and it is a mobile laboratory for the measurement of the human energy field. And we have been invited to many meditation retreats measuring the human brainwaves as well as heart coherence. Our team from Germany and the United States has measured all over the world during the meditation retreats more than 7,000 of brain maps. So we have seen in our own measurements of the clients that we measured that the heart is leading the information that are transmitted to the brain. Since many years, I have been cooperating with Dr. Roland McCratey, who is the Chief of Research of the HeartMath Institute, and we have been together creating particular research, observing the human heart and brain response. At the same time, when we were doing these projects, I was invited from Mr. Nikola Jurisic to be a part of the Project Light. So the Project Light is about raising up the consciousness, raising up the coherence of our hearts, our bodies and minds, the coherence of our planet, especially in the 13 countries of the Balkan region. You can go to the website of the Project Light and you will see the details, how we do it and what groups are included in all of that. My part in it, called The Lighter Heart, and it is about the coherence of the heart, is responsible to gather as many people possible, not only for the 13 countries of the Balkan region, but from anywhere in the world as well, for two major things. One, to be a citizen scientist, and Dr. Roland will be speaking about it. And the second, together with you, to contribute to the coherence of your own physiology, and as well that way to the whole space of the planet Earth. In my talk with Dr. Roland McCratey, you will be hearing about the Global Consciousness Project. Global Consciousness Project is very interesting to me personally because it measures something that we thought so far is almost unmeasurable, and this is the human consciousness. Good evening, Roland. It is my honor and a big pleasure to having you tonight here. to speak a little bit about the project Citizen Scientists that we want to also spread and we want to include in the 13 countries of the Balkan region. So please, would you be so kind to tell us a few words about that project Citizen Scientists and how does it actually measure what are we doing inside of us and the regions themselves?
Sure. Thanks, Danijela. And it's my pleasure and to be cooperating with and collaborating with Project Light, which I know you're involved with, to bring this project to the Balkans. We've we've spent well over 30 years now doing research on how the heart and brain communicate and how the heart really is the deeper heart, or the energetic heart is that bridge to our larger self, whether you want to call that your higher self or spirit or soul or whatever term one wants to use. In that when we learn how to access that deeper part of ourself, that really elevates our own personal consciousness. So a lot of our work over the years has been on the physiology of that and really demonstrating these things in the lab setting. And then once we really understood how getting our physiology, the heart and brain especially, literally in sync, that really facilitates everything. We're able to navigate life with a lot more grace, a lot more ease, less stress, and we're more composure, basically. Then our research has also looked into call it our relational domains in our social settings, in our families, communities, and so on. It's also, I think, important here just to summarize some of the key findings in that we now know that when the heart beats, or when we measure that with electrodes called the electrocardiogram, we're measuring electricity. But there's a magnetic field that's produced with that current flow that we measure with the electrodes that literally radiates out into the space around us. So we can measure that field a number of feet away from the body and have been able to show what that's carrying information, certainly about our emotions, whatever we're really feeling, no matter what we say or think we might be feeling, our true emotions, we are literally broadcasting to others, and that affects others in measurable ways. But then taking it to the next level, or the next sphere of our research, is the global level, the global fields. We all live within the magnetic fields of the earth. And as it turns out, the rhythms and vibrational frequencies in the geomagnetic fields and the Schumann resonances overlap our physiology. And there are hundreds of studies showing that when those fields, the magnetic fields of the earth, are disturbed, that we don't do so well. Our physiology doesn't like that. We want to be in a stable, coherent environment. Now, there's much we can do to maintain our own personal coherence, even if the external fields are disturbed. But the main point here is that what I'm suggesting here is that we are coupled to those earth scale fields, so that we are literally feeding the field with our thoughts, our emotions, especially our emotions. And there's another research tool we have to measure another aspect. We have the magnetics, and we have magnetometers all around the world that are measuring the Earth's field. But we also have a new tool in our toolbox, and that's called the Global Consciousness Project 2.0. And you can think of this, I know, Danijela, you know a little bit about it, but these are devices that are all around the world that are affected by our collective or our mass consciousness. Or you could think of it as our extended consciousness, and how it's reaching outside of us. So when lots of people feel something together at the same time, especially, we can measure that globally and also locally. And as part of our collaboration with Dr. Danijela and Project Light, we are inviting citizen scientists in the region to be a host for one of these devices. They're called random number generators. They're specially designed. And if you want to learn more about the devices and the project and what and how we measure these things, there's a website. It's called GCP, for Global Consciousness Project 2.net. And so anybody can register there or apply to be a host for a citizen scientist for one of these hosts for one of these devices. But even if that's not something that you can do, you can't afford it to, we supply these devices for what it costs us to make them. This is not something we're a nonprofit, and this is not something we're trying to make money on, just so everybody knows. It's truly a research project, but we can't afford to supply them all around the world. But so that would be awesome if people can host them in the region. We need more devices, especially in the Balkan areas that Dr. Danijela outlined. But you can also register on the site to sign up to stay updated, to know when we do an analysis, to see what happened when an event happens around the world, or to participate in the new studies we'll be doing, especially this year and beyond, where we might invite you to come together at a certain time and to practice being in what we call a heart coherent state, and maybe add love and compassion to the field. And then we'll see if we can measure that locally in the Balkan regions or globally, depending upon the nature of the experiment. So I would love to personally invite you to get involved, learn more about Project Light, learn more about the HeartMath Institute and the Global Consciousness Project 2.0.
Thank you, Roland, so much for your time, for your kindness and honor of this huge knowledge that you are working on already more than 30 years, and that part of that knowledge will also be known and transferred to the region of the Balkan countries, where I am also from Croatia personally. I want to say just a few words. The Project Light itself, you can find us on the website as well. It is projectlight.one, and the part that I am leading, it's called Lighter Heart. And you can ask any question you want about that and to participate. Also, we have possibility to partially finance if you want to buy, to purchase the device. We are trying to help in any way, not only with knowledge and with participation, but also with the finances, to the point that we can, and it is about 50% of the price.
So Danijela, if I may, if people do want to take you up on, getting to help with the purchasing of a device, if they want to host one, how do they contact you? What would be the way to reach you for that?
Yeah, they will contact me through the website, and there is my email address, official email address of the Project Light, that is addressed to me, and all of these questions I will answer personally, and we can also make Zooms or whatever for the groups or for the individuals, just to explain them a little bit more how it works, and also how to train themselves. So this part of the training for some people, of course, I will make absolutely for free with all of my heart, so that they can learn all these wonderful HeartMath techniques from my side as a coach, so that we can help in any possible way to bring up the coherence of the human beings and of the region itself and the world together. So I'm really, really happy and so much grateful to you, Roland, that you are participating together with us. That actually you invited me to get to know the founder, Nikola Jurisic, who is the founder of the Project Light. And anything they want to know more about it, again, to go to the HeartMath website and to the website also of the Project Light. So they can come to us and they can start working on themselves and as well as measure. And people who are doing that training within themselves do not have to be the people who will purchase the device and to be citizen scientists. They can be just, excited individuals who want to help out the project, or they can also join a local, let's say, meditations and other projects that we are together working on to cleanse the energy of Europe, but also to include themselves into your projects that take upon the whole world. I'm truly inviting all sorts of groups who are genuine in willingness to upgrade that love, kindness, compassion in the world and in the region of our countries. So thank you, Roland, so much. I would love from you to have the final word of invitation and of kindness from your side, so we can invite everybody to join in.
Well, thank you, Danijela. And I would just mirror what your invitation is, and really a heartfelt invitation for those that might be seeing this to learn more and get involved in whatever way you can, because this really is about helping add more love, more compassion, not only in our own system and the people in our immediate environment, but to the world itself. because what we are showing scientifically is what we're feeding the field really does matter. And it's interacting with and changing, helping lift others and changing the physical world in measurable ways. So take care, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. In my communication with Mr. Stephen Howell, who is the director of the HeartMath coaches, he will say a few words as well, and he will invite all the HeartMath practitioners. Good evening, dear Steve. It is my big pleasure and honor to have you. So I would like for the beginning that you introduce yourself and just say what are you doing from your side and how can you help them and how can you invite them with this fabulous knowledge. So please just, Steve, go ahead. And again, thank you so much for taking time tonight.
It's my pleasure, Dr. Danijela. Thank you for having me on to share with the community about Project Light and what an opportunity it is for members of our certified professional family. And as Dr. Danijela had mentioned, I'm Steve Havel. I'm HeartMath's director of our certified professional family. And we've got over 10,000 certified professionals around the world, many of which, at least several of which, are in the Balkans region or in surrounding regions, or perhaps have come from that region in their life, who may want to learn about Project Light, about Lighter Heart, the project that is being made available to you. If you have always had that energetic draw and intention to see that part of the planet come into more cooperation, more kindness and care for each other, and be able to address a lot of the long-standing stress of that cultural region of the world, this is an amazing project to be a part of with Dr. Danijela. She, as a HeartMath certified professional, she'll be bringing in aspects of the HeartMath system into meditations, sessions, parts of the project that you can contribute to, collaborate with, be a part of. And also, if you're just hearing about HeartMath, HeartMath is a 30-year-old organization that's both a nonprofit and a for-profit that's dedicated to awakening and activating the heart of humanity. And we do that through simple practices, techniques, and technology to help you really connect to, hear clearly, and live from the intelligence of our heart, that highest expression of the best of who we are. So the HeartMath system is made available through free programs, through books, through other options that you can learn about if you just want to get your arms around the work, to learn how it can make a difference in your life, in your business, etc. And also for those of you that say, oh my gosh, I loved what I learned, I'm interested in potentially becoming HeartMath certified, like Dr. Danijela, then there's a pathway to explore that. If you want to incorporate HeartMath and the HeartMath system into your business or into your consulting or coaching practice, those are options too. So just know there's a really big wide angle invitation to join this mission that Dr. Danijela is being such a great champion for, to bring more light, to bring more heart to this portion of the world, this planetary region of the Balkans. And HeartMath really honored to be part of it. You'll probably hear from Dr. Roland McCready, our director of research at the Institute, about how they're collaborating with Project Light with sensors and electromagnetometers, other technologies that are part of how they'll measure the impact of the good work that Dr. Danijela and her team are putting together in this project. And we're just inspired to be helpful and along for the ride as contributors to the good work that they're doing. So it's an honor to be here. Thank you, Dr. Danijela and Project Light team, for all you're doing. And we're excited to be a small part of your success. Founder at HeartMath would want you to know that there's an emergence of more heart intelligence on the planet than we've ever seen. And it's happening against the backdrop of this incredibly stressful, chaotic time. It's cultivating the conditions for the world to wake up and realize that the only thing we haven't tried as humanity is just getting along better and caring for each other more and better understanding each other's lived experience. That will become the new efficiency in business, in life, is that war and struggle and fighting and bias and separation is the most inefficient thing we can do to face all the problems we're doing. The world will start to see that bringing the mind and the heart into coherence and leading and living from the best of who we are, from our heart, from our truest, most authentic self, is the greatest gift we can give to ourselves and to the planet. And that's what you're being invited into, to be part of a group of practitioners who are focused on bringing more light, love, and harmony to this beautiful region of the world, the Balkans. And this invitation goes wide to everyone on the planet that resonates with this mission and this project. I really encourage you to contact Dr. Danijela, find out about how you can contribute and what the different options are to really bring your own unique heart to this project.
Thank you, Stephen, for your kindness. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
Take good care,
Thank you.
and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Your compassion, your love, and your kindness actually can align our planet into a better place to live. So you are truly welcome to join us from whatever country in the world you are. I thank you so much for your attention, for your kindness, and for your willingness to participate in raising up the global coherence. Thank you so much. From my heart to yours.